Welcome to Muscle World, I'm Max. You might know me from my YouTube channel, Muscle World. For those of you who don't, here's a bit about me. I'm a former Royal Marine, and I've been training for just over 2 decades now. Over the years, I've dabbled in all sorts of training disciplines: bodybuilding, running, general athletics, powerlifting, hybrid training, swimming, gym rings, you name it, I've probably given it a go. These days, my focus has shifted. I'm not just chasing size or maxing out on a bench press anymore. Don't get me wrong, I still love that bodybuilding aesthetic. But now I'm also working towards something a bit more versatile. Being fit, athletic, explosive, and functional. Essentially, I want to be able to move well, perform well, and still look good while doing it. Training in your late 30s is completely different compared to when I was training in my early 20s. Back then, it was all about grinding harder, lifting heavier, running faster, just pushing the limits without much thought for longevity or balance. Now it's about working smarter, not just harder. Recovery, mobility, and understanding my body have become just as important as the training itself. I sometimes wonder, what if I trained the way I do now back when I was younger? Would I have been stronger, faster, more explosive? Probably. But honestly, I don't think I would have appreciated it in the same way. Back then, I didn't have the knowledge, patience, or discipline I've got now. That's the beauty of this journey, learning from every phase of it. Now, I know some of you listening might just be starting out. Maybe you're considering joining the Royal Marines yourself, or setting foot in the gym for the first time. Or perhaps you're a little bit further along, looking to improve your athleticism or aesthetics. There's no one-size-fits-all to training. I've tried so many different styles over the years, and the biggest takeaway for me has been that what works best is what aligns with your goals, and that evolves over time. When I was in the Marines, it was all about functional fitness, carrying heavy packs, running for miles, scaling obstacles, and being combat ready at any moment. Bodybuilding came later as a way to focus on aesthetics and build up my size. Then I got into powerlifting to chase those big numbers. Hybrid training caught my attention because I wanted the best of both worlds, strength and endurance. And now I'm chasing explosiveness and athleticism because I want to feel capable. Training has always been about discipline. Whether you're preparing for the Marines or just trying to improve yourself, that discipline, the consistency, is what makes the biggest difference. The mental toughness you develop from pushing through hard training is something that carries over into every other part of your life. That said, I'm not here to give you training advice today. This isn't a do this to get shredded or top 5 tips for explosiveness kind of podcast. I'm here to share my thoughts, my experiences, and my approach to fitness and life. If it resonates with you, great. If not, maybe it'll at least give you something to think about. At the end of the day, fitness isn't just about looking good or lifting the heaviest weights in the room. It's about building yourself up, mentally and physically, finding what makes you feel alive. For me, that's being strong, fast, agile, resilient, but always with that bodybuilding edge. Because let's be honest, we all like to look the part. So whether you're here to get inspired, to hear about the lessons I've learned, or just because you're curious about what's working for me now, I hope you'll stick around. I'll be diving into all sorts of topics in this podcast, my thoughts on training, the mindset it takes to stay consistent, and maybe even some stories from my time in the Marines.